Would you please welcome Academy Award nominee Margot Robbie? Welcome. Thanks. Academy Award nominee. How does that sound?
That sounds so weird. I'm really not used to that.
Could you have ever imagined that you'd be up for an Oscar? Like, it just blows your mind.
No, it really hasn't sunk in yet. I mean, we found out really not that long ago, so it's, yeah, entirely bizarre.
Where were you when you found out?
We were still celebrating from watching the movie last night. It was the first time my friends and family had seen the film, and we were having like a little after party sort of thing, so we're all having drinks and dancing and stuff, and then just before I was about to go to bed, I was like, oh, I've got press tomorrow, I've got to go, guys. And then the nominations started coming through, and then we were like, oh my God, we got nominated best, our editor, who's amazing, she got an Oscar nod, and we were like, oh my goodness, and then Alison did, and I was like, oh my goodness, and someone plugged the phone into the DJ decks just as they yelled out, and they're like, and best actress category, and they said Margot Robbie, and the whole room was like, everyone was like, oh my God.
We saw a gorgeous pic of you and your brother, I think, hugging. I don't know if it was just after that moment. But,
I don't know if it was the jet lag, but I was just, beside myself.
How does it compare being nominated for an Oscar compared to being nominated for a Logie? Take us through.
Similar. Very similar. It kind of was, though. I remember getting nominated for a Logie, and that was, I never thought something like that was ever going to happen to me. I have to say, I've been to the Logies and I've been to the Oscars before, and the Logies are way more fun.
Yeah.
They are fun.
You know what? They're on the Gold Coast this year. Maybe
no, they're not.
They are.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to go. When are they? I'm going to put them in my
party back at your place. Hey, I had no idea about this, but Oscar nominees, you now go to events, you go to lunches, you go to other award shows, so you spend a lot of time with the other nominees.
Yeah.
I mean, Meryl Streep, Frances McDormand.
Meryl and I, good friends.
Yeah. So, I mean, apart from yourself, and obviously we're all barracking for you, but who do you think is going to be your toughest competition?
I don't know. I mean, what a group. It's honestly such a strong, amazing year. And Sally Hawkins I met just the other night for the first time, who's incredible if anyone hasn't seen Shape of Water. And Saoirse's actually a friend of mine. We just did a film together last year in London. So, I don't know. It's...
Choose one.
I don't know.
We want to make international headlines here. Choose one.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I'd be stoked either way, though. I'd honestly be thrilled to lose to any of them.
We've all been to see the film this week, Tonya. It is incredible, so congratulations. Thanks. We loved it. You're telling us off air, though, that you started reading the script and only then discovered that this is actually a true story.
Yeah. I got the whole way through the script and still didn't realise it was a true story. I thought the mockumentary style, interview thing, I mean, the whole thing seemed so absurd, it must have been made up. In fact, maybe a little exaggerated.
You were 4, I think, when...
Yeah, I think I was 3 even, but yeah, and then I...
Have you seen Titanic? Because that is also...
True?
True!
No, Titanic was one of my childhood movies.
The ice skating in it is incredible. How much of that is you and how much of that is CGI or a stunt person?
All me.
I knew it.
No,
but you can see moments where it is. You did obviously.
Yeah, no, I did a lot of training, and I did obviously everything I could. But even with 20 years training, I can't do the jumps that our skate doubles could do. I mean, you need to have done it since you could walk, sort of thing. And even our skate doubles couldn't do the triple axel because it's just a really impossible thing. I think 6 women have done it since Tonya did it 25 years ago. So we had to CGI that.
I remember when I met you last year, we were chatting at your home and you were saying your brother's a stunt guy and you were trying to get him into a film. You couldn't find a way for him to be the figure skater or something?
You've met my brother. He's not really the figure skater type.
The moment for me, though, Margot, in the movie, and I mean, Tonya Harding at one stage was the most hated woman in America. Yeah. And then she had to go out and perform for that country at the Olympics. I think we've got some vision here of the moment before she goes out and you're looking at yourself in the mirror. Mm-hmm. You play a producer on this movie as well. This was an amazing part of the movie. Did you do that in one take? How did you prepare yourself for that? Because it's very powerful.
Yeah, oh, thank you. It was just one of those random moments. It wasn't in the script and it wasn't planned or anything. And our DP just said, we should get her to do one take to the camera. And I said, what do you want me doing? And I said, I don't know, just keep putting on your makeup or something. And I don't know, it was just one of those weird things. It was kind of pretty full-on day as it was, and it kind of happened, and then everything was like silent afterwards. I was like, oh, did I do something weird or something? And Craig just like gave me a hug and he's like, we're moving on. And I was like, oh, I probably won't end up in the movie, but whatever. And then yeah, of course.
It's a really interesting time in Hollywood at the moment, obviously, and you produce this movie, your own production company. What do you want your production company to stand for? Like, when people come work on one of your productions, what kind of set, what kind of environment do you want to create for them?
Well, I mean, the whole philosophy behind the company was to promote women in films, whether that be through female-driven, you know, stories or with female filmmakers at the helm. And I mean, we got 3 women from our film nominated, so we feel like we're kind of on track. But yeah, just to know that I'd love for other actresses to know too, if they have stories and want to delve into producing, to come to our company if you want. Like we don't have to stick to one thing. It actually works really nicely to do the producing and the acting together.
We can give out your email address. We've got heaps more to chat about with Margot. Do not go away. Margot, I know your husband Tom was working with you on this as well as a producer. How does that go? Husband and wife team, is that all fun? And
it's good. It means we actually get to spend time together. The hard thing about this industry is you're often in different places working, so to actually be working on the same job means that we actually got to hang out for months.
I heard it took your family a while to take your acting seriously, like your career. Like, after you were working with Toadfish at one point, like when you start working with Leo, do they take it seriously then? Or
it's probably about then, yeah. They stop being like, are you going to go to university or what? Like, what are you doing with your life?
Have something to fall back on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
How long ago does it feel like Neighbours, and what was that like for you? You were so young. Like, did the older characters, the actual actresses and actors look after you? Is there that real feeling? Yeah.
No, it's such a family. Leaving Neighbours was it was really like leaving home. It was nice. Well, I was 17 when I started on the job, and I just moved from the Gold Coast, and I didn't know anyone in Melbourne, and obviously I'd never lived on my own before. And everyone really like took me under their wing, and you know, I was pretty much just living on Fruit Loops for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and everyone was like, okay, you're going to come over to my house tonight. I remember, like, Jackie, who plays Susan Kennedy, was like, she'd invite me over once a week and cook me, like, a roast. And Toadie, Ryan, who plays Toadie, taught me how to do my taxes. And
he's a method actor, because wasn't he, like, an accountant in the show or something?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Can we go to the other end of the spectrum? And I know that you're very humble and you're very grounded, but is there a moment in your career and how far you've got, Margot, where you've just been at a party or something and you've looked around, seen celebs or something and just gone, oh, my gosh, how did I get here?
Yes, that happens literally all the time.
All the time.
I mean, yeah, it's still...
Is it happening now?
It's happening right now. It's happening right now.
I thought so. I got a vibe.
I'm freaking out.
It's OK, we're all friends here, Margot.
Well, speaking of massive celebs, you were telling a story on Ellen that we loved about how you ran into Ellen and Obama at the gym when you were on holidays.
Yeah.
With your hubby, but he was wearing, like, short shorts and he was really incredibly embarrassing, and you told this on, like, national TV in America.
He was so pissed. He was like, you owe me big time. Yeah.
Was he pissed, American pissed, like angry, or Australian pissed? Like,
He was wasted.
What was Barack Obama lifting? What was he lifting on the bench press or something?
I didn't check.
Oh, okay,
but,
okay.
you know, it's Obama. He could lift anything.
Yeah.
Were you doing, like, a yoga class or something?
We were trying to do, like, stretching. No, it's because it was raining. There's nothing else to do. I was like, we'll do a stretching class, I guess, which is just the worst thing to do if you're wearing short shorts, obviously. It was...
Why? But why not put undies on?
Because we'd just come from an island where there was literally no other human beings except the Tahitian man and his wife and us, and that's it. We hadn't seen other humans, like, we hadn't seen mirrors.
Hadn't seen undies.
Hadn't seen... Forget about the undies. We didn't have electricity. So, we hadn't caught up with where we were, you know?
The incredible thing reading about your career is just this huge spectrum of characters that you have already played. It had me thinking about what you might want to do in the future. Because you clearly want to stretch yourself.
Yeah. No, there's never been, like, a particular character or person that I was like, oh, I really want to play that role. It's honestly the ones that I don't see coming. It's picking up a script and not having any idea who Tonya Harding is, and then, you know, wanting to spend a couple of years of my life working on her story. You just don't know it until you... Well, I don't know it until I see it.
Is a Tarantino film happening? Are you in his next film?
It's not official, but I would kill for that.
Yeah, but you give us a... Yeah, OK, I got it, yeah.
There was no wink or anything just then. I don't know. But I'd kill for that. I'm a huge Tarantino fan.
And you always really... You go for it. Like, I heard a rumour that you slapped Leonardo DiCaprio in your audition for Wolf of Wall Street. It wasn't in the script.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I got caught up in the moment, regrettably, but...
That's ballsy.
Or stupid, I mean...
You got it wrong.
It worked out in this case, but I don't condone that behaviour, and it will suggest you do it in your auditions. Anyone out there, don't just hit people.
Hey, quickly before we go, we've loved having you on. What's the one thing you miss, like, about Australia? When you come back, what's the first thing you want to eat, drink, see? Who do you want to see?
I mean, obviously friends and family, but I miss the thunderstorms when I'm gone. I really do.
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
No. Well, I don't know. The Gold Coast just has the best thunderstorms, and I just... I haven't found them anywhere else in the world,
I hear
no matter where I live.
thunderstorms at the Logies next year.
I'll be there.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Tonya, you should go. Well, Adelaide, we're going to leave you here. You're going off to watch the Big Breast. Big Breast? We'll see you.